All right, last round of day one. We have round 6 here. ZincElemental versus TypeV again. Zinc, obviously, winning duels of Runeterra 12, has been on fire since that win back at duels of Runeterra 12. So we'll see if he's able to continue the hot streak, get a win here at RuneCup Brazil number 2. And TypeV having a tear on this day one here. So we'll see who's able to take home the victory. So ZincElemental versus TypeV, round 6, finishing out day one. Yeah, everybody in chat, Biolog is like the stats guru here. He's usually posting on Reddit with some of the stuff from these tournaments, so definitely give him anything you got. And we are about to get into the game, so let's head on over here. You'd think I'd have like the names and the match score ahead of time because we've been sitting around forever, but of course I don't.
So it's interesting to me that I'm trying to remember what ZincElemental actually won Duels of Runeterra with, because I didn't think it was an aggro lineup, but I feel like we've only seen him play aggro since then.
Zinc you're talking about?
Yeah,
I gotta agree. He's been playing a ton of aggro.
Did he win with an aggro lineup? Because I feel like that wasn't the case.
Did he win? What tournament are you talking about?
Duels of Runeterra 14 or 13, whichever one he won.
I don't believe. No, I think it was more control.
I'll have to go back and actually look at it.
Yeah, don't trust me because I probably have no idea what I'm talking about.
But now we are going to have Discard Aggro versus Endure Spiders. SJW, who do you got in this matchup?
Ooh, that's a tough one, huh? I'm going to have to go with the Endure Spiders. I mean, there's just too many. God, you got me saying Endure Spiders so nonchalantly now. So anyways, I just feel like Endure is going to have way too many ways to stop the attacks on the side of the discard aggro deck. Like, we already see the Bark Beast come down. This hapless aristocrat is going to suck up an attack, give him a token. So, but hey, discard aggro can always draw just a crap ton of cards and just go face. So we'll see.
Yeah, I think that, you know, there's really not a great answer for the Jinx coming out of TypeV, and that can actually clear the way for a lot of attackers. Of course, Zinc doesn't have it just yet, so we'll need to find something like that. And we even has to throw the Bark Beast under the bus without being able to get the value.
So here's something I actually didn't take into consideration in answering that question too. Astute Academic was not in. We saw Cero play discard aggro earlier. Usually, discard aggro is not playing something like Astute Academic, at least from what I've seen lately, the version that Cero's playing. Astute Academic is a very all-in, like, if you draw the right hand first turn, you just like auto win the game. Because you get like a 5 attack Astute Academic, which we just saw, but it goes face. In that case, it was blocked. But getting that Astute Academic and getting another Rummage is a very, very big deal.
The players, so Zinc and Zero actually have a fair amount of differences between their discard aggro lists. Like, we're not seeing Poro Cannon out of Zinc. He's actually almost gone, I would argue, a little bit more mid-range with things like the House Spider Subdirector and Crowd Favorite. Whereas Zero is more all-in on the burn plan with things like Boom Crew Rookie and Legion Saboteur.
Yeah, it's definitely two different versions, and it's actually kind of nice and refreshing too to see. Like, we've seen this in the past with other archetypes, mid range and stuff like that, but now we're seeing a very specific aggro archetype in discard aggro be played two very different ways. Because I would argue, this is extremely different, even though it's a lot of the same cards. It's a very different play style compared to Cero's deck that we saw earlier.
Oh, yeah, and Zinc so far has had a commanding control of the board, and TypeV just can't get anything done. Doesn't line up any of those 1 health removal spells, only playing the Stalking Shadows, no Vile Feast, which actually does surprise me, or sorry, Unspeakable Horror, no Vile Feast, which does surprise me a little bit for a deck like this, you know, that is playing 3 Ravenous Butcher.
Okay, I just realized too, TypeV is not playing Neverglade. I just kind of auto-assumed that Neverglade was in here. He's playing the much more aggressive version.
He's going for a fearsome version, actually, with the Wraith colors.
Yeah, and not having Neverglade right now, like, he has to, like, turn on the jets right now. TypeV is going to have to just put everything he can onto the board and just out-aggression ZincElemental if he's going to stay in this.
And I don't think that's going to work out for him.
Doom Beast, okay, Doom Beast helps, though. I mean, if he's able to get more Doom Beasts, that's a thing.
Hey, he ain't got no cards.
Yeah. Is he playing? He is playing 3 Glimpse Beyond and 3 Stalking Shadows. So, I mean, there's ways for him to get back in this, I think, but Yeah, this is with no Neverglade Collector. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I might have to go back on my word there and already change what I said. It might be in the discard aggro decks realm right here.
This is a pretty big turn for Zinc. Can get excited away one of the blockers or throw it at face. I think I don't know. Throwing it at face might actually just represent more damage than killing one of the blockers, and then you get to Experimenter another one, get that vision down onto your board. Or maybe we even wait until next turn to play the Augmented Experimenter.
Yeah.
Just get down both Get Excited.
I agree with that 100%. I mean, you just want to optimize your damage here.
Yeah, I think anytime I have to discard burn to something like a Rummage or an Augmented Experimenter to like level my Jinx or anything like that, it feels really awkward. And I think, yeah, discarding the vision, going, I'm actually going to go at the Doom Beast. I thought we might go at face with this. I don't necessarily hate going at the Doom Beast.
Yeah, he will maintain the field having the Draven now, so, I mean, or actually, all right, he does still get the Spider token coming out, so, we'll see what type V is able to play here. Another Hapless Aristocrat. Oh, this might be close. I mean, Zinc, it's really going to depend on what Zinc draws with this Augmented Experimenter, if he's able to draw into something like a Jinx or just enough burn to finish out the game.
Okay, Zonite Urchin. There's a They Who Endure. That's a pretty big one, too.
Oh.
Zinc could kill this.
Yeah, but this is such a perfect, like... well, sorry, never mind.
Can't kill it anymore.
Actually, no, this is still good. You can still get excited and then
play
the Augmented.
Okay, yeah. Do you sacrifice your Draven for this? I feel like you might as well. Because if this hits you, you're dead to Atrocity. And I don't think you're ever really getting through that. I think you might as well get excited this, block it, Experimenter it.
And just get it off the board? Yeah. I mean, and then you already have control of the board, so that might just be the play here. 4, 5, 6... All right, no, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Yep.
You're so far away from winning the game otherwise. You do still have to fight through this massive wall that is just the Hapless Aristocrat and the Spiderling, and of course, this is going to kill... this They Who Endure is going to kill anything that you attack with. You don't have Jinx. I think you might need to kill this and just save yourself from that Atrocity lethal.
Yeah, I got to agree with you, and if that's the case, I don't like throwing the Draven under the bus.
You have to throw the Draven under the bus.
Wait, if you...
Because you need to get excited and Experimenter blast it, so you need to deal 3 damage to it, which you can't axe, or you don't have the discard for the get excited.
Yep, okay. Never mind. I did the math wrong in my head. Big surprise there! Big surprise there! But, okay, yeah, so 4, 3, and 3 is going to do it there. Going to be able to kill. And, I mean, he does save more life throwing the Draven under the bus as well, right? So...
Looks like he's not going to go for it, actually. Or at least not this turn.
Oh, wow.
Okay, Dredger into Dredger. Are we just going to Dredger again? See, this is a little concerning to me, because now if the Atrocity comes out in response to trying to kill this, it still feels just as bad. I think you needed to put yourself in a position to not take that damage at all.
Yeah, but now he can just go for game next turn, no?
With what?
Let's see if he... Well, okay, if Type V...
If he full-on attacks and Type V doesn't block, he still doesn't win the game.
Yeah, what is that? 1, 2... Well, no, he pulls 1... Okay, yeah.
Now he's got 13 on board, but I mean, obviously Type V still has blockers. Luckily, we don't see the Atrocity out of Type V, unless he's holding on to it because he has another Endure on backup that will actually just one-shot Zinc.
Those are really not the cards that he wanted to see here, I think.
Yeah, this is a little awkward on the side of Zinc.
I mean, he'll be able to get down the crowd favorite next turn. There was no Atrocity, so that's good. It bodes well for Zinc, but we'll see. He's going to have to line up all these blocks here. He's still going to take 5 damage, which is now not looking great for Type V.
Oh, yeah, he's taken, what is this, 9?
Oh, sorry, that can't block. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, that's 9.
That is what the little shield means. You know, I'm actually... a lot of people seem to be surprised by the fact that the pillar from Trundle doesn't have that keyword. That it can attack and block.
When I first saw that card revealed, I thought that it was not going to be able to block it. You're 100% right.
All right, and Endure, I believe, is just lethal here if Type V has it. Ooh, there's the Jinx, but Zinc can't let that.
Wait.
Okay, so not quite lethal.
He's 1 off.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Yeah, he's literally 1 off. Wow, that's going to feel so bad if he loses and he's only 1 damage off here.
I mean, if we block with the crowd favorite, we're even healthier. we could live at 3, but I don't think that really matters.
Yeah, it doesn't make a difference. You still just lose to Atrocity, so
I mean, you could play around the Stalking Shadows into Doom Beast, or just another Doom Beast in general. That is something that you have to be cognizant of.
Well, he's only got Doom Beast cost 3, right? So he couldn't play
next
this turn.
turn.
Yeah, next turn.
Yeah, if you put yourself at 2, it's not like Zinc is killing you here. Not from 6. We've already seen all 3 get excited.
Yep, just going to put him at 4. He is going to get the Cursed Keeper killed. So get the Abomination onto TypeV's field, but now we're going to see the Jinx, which will likely get leveled up with this Augmented Experimenter next turn. So let's see how this plays out. Wow, that's a... Whew.
Oh, Vision might be lethal. I think Zinc had 5 damage represented. This does give him what he needs. Did TypeV find an answer? There's a couple things he could have here.
3, 4, 5. He could just... All right, so he just locks in the block. Okay, he's going to Glimpse.
Beyond. Okay, we Vision in response now. Do you have Stalking Shadows as your last card? Is it Stalking Shadows? What am I thinking of? It's not Stalking Shadows.
No, Unspeakable Horror.
There we go, Unspeakable Horror. But doesn't have it, and that is just going to be Zinc picking up game number 1.
Wow. All right, so this other version of Jinx Draven discard aggro, gonna take it here. Game 1 versus TypeV. Which version do you like better, seeing both played today?
I think I prefer the more burn-heavy version out of Zero. I don't really love the crowd favorite. I think I do actually really like the value that the Boom Crew Rookie still represents.
Yeah, Boom Crew...
As well as the Poro Cannon. Like, I do really like Poro Cannon.
I love that card. And yeah, I got to agree, right? So Boom Crew Rookie, to me, is, like, still one of the better cards in the game for what it does. I mean, you're still only paying 2 to deal 2 damage, theoretically. Which right there, that's a Mystic Shot, and you're getting the 1/3 body. Like, I still just think it's a very, like, well-costed card for the person playing it. And especially when you're playing it with something like Flame Chompers, you can pull stuff off to the right, save it, get a couple attacks off with it, deal more damage. So I do prefer that version. But ZincElemental going ahead with this version, with the Astute Academics and stuff, getting it done. We'll see if he can go as aggressive as he did last game with a discard aggro, but now with Scouts, and take home a quick 2-0 versus TypeV.
Not out of the question, but it's not going to be an easy one. Not as much healing out of TypeV's Indoor deck as we typically see, so, you know, there are spaces to exist, but does still have all of the same tools that we're used to seeing, you know, the Hapless Aristocrat, the Blighted Caretaker.
Well,
or sorry, not Hapless Aristocrat, I'm thinking of Cursed Keeper. I don't know why I always get those two confused. It's the 1/1s with Last Breath and Shadow Isle.
The Warden's Prey?
Cursed Keeper and Hapless Aristocrat.
Yeah.
I don't know, I always mix those
They
up.
all those Last Breath effects, the smaller costing units, I mix them up too. But I will say, ZincElemental's hand,
looking pretty good.
Yeah.
No 1-drop, but does still find Warchef into Misfortune.
And Grizzled Ranger to come down next turn too. Not only that, he'll have the Scout on it to, you know, get this Misfortune leveled up a little bit faster. And I will say, we did finally see somebody lose a game with a leveled Misfortune. It happened once. Probably the only time we'll ever see it happen, because that was a really weird game. But we'll see.
I don't even remember how they ended up losing. I think they were off by like 1 or something. It was. Yeah. I know it was crazy. Yeah. Oh god. Now we even see, you know, that beautiful Bark Beast into Cursed Keeper, into Callista, into Blighted Caretaker on my attack turn. This is as good of a start as Endor could hope for.
Oh yeah. This is Blighted Caretaker, man. This is the dream. This is the dream with Blighted Caretaker onto the Cursed Keeper. Hugely wide board. Gonna get the challenges off on the saplings, deal a little bit of damage into this Demacian board here, onto the Misfortune, obviously, and then it looks like he's pulling the War Chefs as well. Looks like 3, 4, 9 damage. Wow. Excuse me.
10 damage.
Sorry.
That's going to level.
God, I'm terrible at math today.
Well, to be fair, it was 9 on screen, but she's going to level.
Ugh. Oof.
But Zinc does hold on to his 2 units, and now the board is actually relatively even in terms of numbers on both sides. Card advantage is actually fully even, and Zinc gonna be able to get that Quinn down next turn.
Yeah, another Scout unit, too, to help with this Misfortune level up. And there's only 1 attack that's happened, though, right? So...
Yeah, but with the Relentless Pursuit, we could just see a level up on TypeV's turn.
And we'll see what Valor's gonna challenge here. If he decides to go. And actually, oh wait, that's another Quinn that was in his hand, right? So
yeah.
All right.
Does not main deck Blinding Assault.
Hey, man. I've seen it main decked a decent amount of decks.
I really liked it in the Lux decks for those Radiant Guardian tricks. I think Bannerman kind of played around with that a little bit, but ended up not loving it.
Yeah, I'm just going to pull the Blighted Caretaker here, which doesn't really feel like the best use of Valor, but you got to do what you got to do.
I mean, you get the Misfortune ability off.
Yep. And there's the Glimpse, as per
You don't love seeing the Glimpse here if you're Zinc, but at the same time, your opponent doesn't have a lot of mana left to actually continue to develop their board. And thanks to that nerf onto Endure, we're not going to see one next turn. I think Zinc's probably going to level this MF, and that could just be enough if he can survive this.
Yeah, wow. So now with the War Chefs buffing up Valor plus Misfortune, going to be able to kill this this Callisto, which is very, very big, being able to get rid of that and still maintain Quinn and Misfortune on field. That is not looking good for TypeV.
This is huge for Zinc.
Yeah.
And, I mean, he can either... I don't really see a play other than one of my units into Relentless Pursuit. Maybe we even go Blinding Assault just so that we can level the Quinn as well. Although Quinn is currently safe to attack into this board. Okay, Stalking Shadows. What can we find? You know, Zinc is pretty low. If we could find something like some Doom Beasts into an Atrocity play, perhaps, with something else, would need a little bit more damage to get it done. Wow. But it's not out of the realm of possibility.
And still has the 3 mana after this Bannerman. This could be a nasty attack turn here, depending on what TypeV plays. And he has no way of getting rid of anything on Zinc's field, so...
I'm pretty sure we just see Zinc take this one, because if he does go for the scout attack, we even level the Quinn.
Yep, there we go.
And there's nothing on TypeV's board that is threatening this Quinn. There's no... Oh, man, what is the name of that card that we saw Numiel play? The 1 mana, +2/+2 ephemeral.
Oh, wow, that's crazy. We both forgot this, and it was played a ton.
Oh, man.
Okay,
it was played a ton like 6 months ago.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but it's got the face with the
Mark of the Isles.
Mark of the
That's
Isle. The one.
We got it. Chat's gonna say it, and then like see the delay, and then be like, we gave it to him.
Yeah, no.
It was... Came up with it.
Okay, so...
Yeah, I mean, like, this is not a great defensive play because everything still dies to the Misfortune ability.
Yeah, and now, this Quinn is still fine.
Yeah, and this Quinn attack levels the Misfortune, so we see the triple damage here. Then Quinn levels after this. It's just such an insane thing. Yeah. I hate that you can just end the game on your opponent's turn.
Yeah, that feels really
from
bad.
15.
Yep, and here's the leveled Misfortune, and wow, this is looking to be a super quick match between both undefeated players right now in this tournament. This just shows how strong scouts still are.
TypeV does get to attack here. I don't know how much that actually matters. I think his units are all a little bit too weak to actually have an impact on Zinc's board, given the life total that he does still have.
So what, are you thinking maybe he attacks, does a little bit of damage, and then Atrocities if he's got it?
No, I was thinking more like, you know, just full out swing, make Zinc take some awkward blocks, reduce the amount of things that he actually has on board. But TypeV's board just isn't strong enough to get something like that done.
Yeah, I don't think it... Oh, did he just took it all?
Yeah, he just took it all.
Yeah, it's just...
He's like, okay, you know what? You just kill me with the open attack. There's nothing I have for that.
Yeah. Wow, all right. So Zinc gonna... Pretty anticlimactic, undefeated match there.
Zinc, like, won a Duels of Runeterra and then is like, actually, I don't want to play Runeterra anymore. What if I just play every match as quickly as humanly possible?
So Zinc gonna go undefeated in day 1 of Swiss, 6-0. Gonna be our #1 seed, which means he pretty much guarantees himself a spot in the top cut for tomorrow. All right, so Zinc gonna stay undefeated through day 1, gonna guarantee himself a spot in the top cut, as he can, you know, the lowest record he can have is X&2, and X&2s will definitely make the top cut. So again, if you guys have not already subscribed and look for Legends of Runeterra competitive content, hit the sub button, hit the like button, and as always, everybody stay healthy, stay positive. I hope it just works for you. Peace out.